Tonight's Drash is not traditional words of Torah, but they are words of deep teaching, and I'm thrilled that instead of traditional words tonight, we've invited two friends from our clinic who have both recently received asylum status to speak to us so that we could get to know them better more. Those of you who are not active volunteers in the clinic can get a little bit better sense. And we'll also hear some words from Noah Habib, our fabulous immigration clinic, and Rabbi Marisa James, our fabulous director of social justice programming, who helps to supervise the clinic and all the work of our sanctuary synagogue. Please, if you want to honor those who got to these shores safely so that you are living a life here in these United States, consider making a donation to the clinic so that the clinic at CBST continue to do its holy, holy work. We are doing this on top of everything else we do at CBST. So your earmarked gift to help the clinic, very much appreciated. We have a full-time clinic director now. That's how expansive we are. We're eager to get a lawyer working at the clinic, helping to organize and help all the various legal aspects of the clinic. And we're looking to get a Russian speaker to be one of our assistant directors to help coordinate the clinic as well. So we have a lot of goals and dreams. Most importantly is to live out the Jewish value every single day of never forgetting that we were once strangers. So it is our job to make sure that those who might need community and need support and need concrete help will find it at Congregation Beit Simchat Torah. So our first speaker tonight, I'm delighted to invite Alvaro Peña Osorio to offer a few words and to tell us in his own words what his experience is here at CBST. And we welcome you to our community.
My friend, you do not walk alone.
Bueno, buenas tardes, ¿qué tal? Mi nombre es Álvaro, soy colombiano y pertenezco a la congregación. Agradezco a este equipo que me acompañó del principio a fin en poder pues obtener un proceso como asilado, un proceso que no fue fácil, fue un proceso en el cual se luchó tanto, se hicieron pues todo el proceso y la verdad conté con este gran equipo humano que me ayudaron a mí como persona, escucharon mi historia y para mí fue un punto clave para llegar a donde estamos ahorita. Y agradezco mucho y nada, agradecido con todo el equipo, con Noah, y espero que la congregación pueda seguir colaborando y apoyando a las comunidades LGBTQ que seguimos siendo estigmatizadas y violentadas en el mundo. Así que muchas gracias y un saludo. Bye.
Thank you so much for those beautiful words. And folks should know that 75% of the friends that CBST works with are either LGBT or HIV positive or both. So we've become known in the larger New York immigration community as having a little bit of a specialty. For sure, it's not 100% by any means. We help anybody who comes through our doors. But we, especially Noah Habib, our director, is in close contact with all the different immigration communities, especially New Sanctuary Coalition, and we're working hand in hand with those communities. So now I'm delighted to invite Azeem Khan, who is our most recent recipient of asylum status and a longtime clinic friend, to offer some words. Azeem, we are all yours.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for having me here this evening. On September 8, 2002, I fled my birth country of Guyana to America on a tourist visa due to the anti-LGBTQ laws, everyday homophobia, and almost being killed. Fast forward to 2019, I was suffering with severe depression and anxiety. I would pray to God saying, I don't want to go down the suicide road again. But if you don't wake me up in the morning, that's okay with me. In spring of 2019, while facilitating a creative writing program for a nonprofit in Manhattan, one of the new participants, also from Guyana, confided in me that he is applying for asylum and needed a letter for his case. So I provided him with a letter, and subsequently, his case was approved. After his approval, I then confided in him. I too have tried applying for asylum, but my case was rejected by several nonprofits. He then referred me to the New York Anti-Violence Project, that then referred me to meet someone named Noah at CBST. So November 2019, I came to CBST looking for Noah. I was looking for a very old man with a long white beard, a cape, and a staff. Was I surprised when I met Noah? What a person. Noah and the team that did my intake made me feel welcome and like a human, unlike other nonprofits I went to for help. After my intake, I was invited to a Thanksgiving dinner the following week by someone named Rabbi James. At the Thanksgiving dinner, I met someone named Noemi. We were talking about my case, and Noemi said the most hopeful thing I haven't heard in years. Noemi said to me, I don't know if you're going to take your case, but I know you are going to be in a better place next year. By August 2020, with my power team, Susan, Dina, Marsha, with Noemi's divine guidance, and Noah, the glue that holds everything together, we filed a case that was 18 years late, 38 years long, and weighed 12 pounds. And as predicted by Noemi, a year before, I was in a better place. I was awaiting my interview with HIAS on November 30th, 2020. November 30th, 2020, with God in my heart, Noemi in my head, and Noah by my side, I entered the USCIS office alone in Bethpage, Long Island at 11 a.m., and we concluded at 4 p.m. I then had coffee with Noah and went home. The interview went just as Noemi prepared me for and predicted. So after that, now we wait. Fast forward to February 20th, 2021, a manila envelope arrived in the mail, and our asylum application was approved. I spent almost 2 decades looking over my shoulders, thinking, is this going to be the day I get caught by ICE and sent to my funeral in Guyana? But now, because of CBST, I can look up, look forward, and look towards my bright future ahead. Absolutely none of this would be possible without every single person at CBST, particularly my team, Susan, Dina, Marsha, Noemi, and Noah. I thank you guys so much. My deepest gratitude to all of you, to CBST. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you all, and God bless America. Thank you.
Shabbat Shalom. Good Shabbos, everybody. I'm so happy we got to hear from Alvaro and Azeem directly tonight. It's been such a blessing to have them both in our clinic community and to see how they've both become leaders in their own really powerful ways this past year. So one thing that I think is so great about our clinic is the way in which it reveals to all of us who are involved how many of the issues our friends confront are not private issues. They're not private failings, but really systematic issues and systematic barriers. When you enter the lower level at CBST, like we used to, or if you come into the Zoom room with 50 people, you realize that lots of other people are experiencing exactly what you are. And that in itself can be a really empowering thing for many of our friends who can confront these systems, and hopefully we accompany them through that in the clinic. So while the struggles and the achievements that they have are theirs. They're not solitary achievements. And Noemi said at our last community meeting that when it comes to these asylum cases, it takes more than a village. It takes really a whole city. And everybody at CBST, our staff, volunteers, members, everyone should feel a degree of pride for the clinic's achievements and these great outcomes like the ones that Alvaro and Azeem shared with us tonight. Because they really are communal achievements. And it's not just me and Rabbi James on staff who work on the clinic project, but really the entire staff in some way, whether it's Asaf and Yolanda and Chaz who make sure that our mutual aid disbursements get delivered, or Patrice who checks the mail and has been scanning documents that are still in the building in our filing cabinets since last March. Everyone helps out. And of course, Rabbi Kleinbaum, who has supported this project every step of the way in so many different ways. And last but not least are our volunteers, our sanctuary team, our lay leaders, Dylan Parent, Michael Schreiber, Noemi Maslia, and also Sebastian McGuire, one of our partners at Seeking Asylum Finding Empowerment, who is almost always at the clinic alongside Noemi, providing legal supervision, sometimes into the wee hours of the night, mentoring teams and providing feedback and doing so much for our friends. And of course, all of our other volunteers who are really too many to name. We've trained at this point 400 people in the last 2 years. Many have continued as clinic volunteers, have worked on multiple teams with multiple friends, and have done so much. So it's never a bad time to join us. We can always benefit from new volunteers in the clinic. If you're computer savvy, or if you speak a language other than English, or if you are an attorney, we have a role for you. And even if you are none of those things, we still have a role for you, okay? So clinic hours are Wednesday and Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m., but we have lots of tasks that need to be done outside of those times, okay? So if you think you have the time, the interest, and if you have some type of special skill, let us know that. If you're a social worker or a notary or anything else you think might be helpful, reach out, sanctuary@cbst.org, and let us know that you'd like to join us, and we'll get you set up. So that's sanctuary@cbst.org. Thanks, everybody, and a special thank you again to Alvaro and Azeem for sharing with us this evening.
Thank you, Noah. And what a joy to hear from our latest two asylees. Alvaro and Azeem, you are wonderful. When we started meeting with the clinic in person at 30th Street, we decided early on that there needed to be some kind of music. It's one of the features of CBST is that there is always music. And frankly, we take very seriously what Rabbi Kleinbaum has told us over and over again, that joy is an act of resistance. So every night we would end clinic in person with this song that I'm going to invite Sam to echo me on. And the song is a fragment, actually. It's not even a complete song. It's a fragment of a folk song that has been adapted by activist communities. And it expresses so much of the mutual support and the mutual joy that we are trying to build every single day, and that our volunteers and our friends embody every single day. I'll sing it through twice, and if you know it, please sing along. I'll feel it, I promise. And if you don't, you'll learn it. Courage,
Courage,
my friend,
my friend,
you do not walk alone. We will walk with you and sing your spirit home. Courage,
courage,
my friend, you do not walk alone. We will walk with you and sing your spirit home. None of us walks alone. Courage, all of us. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Thank you so much, Rabbi James, for all the intense and committed and dedicated work you have done over these years to help support this holy, holy, holy work. And I want to emphasize to everybody who's watching tonight, One of the best ways to honor those who came to these shores, or your own journey if you are an immigrant, is to make a donation to support the work of our clinic. We are on a shoestring budget, and let's make sure that this clinic continues its holy work to make sure that those of us who want to do something in the face of the terrible treatment of immigrants, we can do something. But maybe you're too busy to volunteer, or you can't because of time or other reasons. Make a donation. Any donation matters. So please do it tonight, or if it's not your tradition or practice to donate on Shabbat, do it after Shabbat. And if, as Noah offered an invitation, if you'd like to volunteer to be a part of this, please volunteer. There's room at the table for everyone. And I'm so moved that Azeem himself has become now a volunteer at the clinic to make sure that he can now help others. So thank you to both of you for telling your stories and to inspiring all of us. And one small light, this was one email that Marcia Melnick sent me in February of 2017, and now 400 people are volunteers. Over 250 immigrants, friends have been helped, and we as a community have spread light in our world. Thank you, everybody, for participating tonight.